From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here on The Horse's Mouth. Of course, at my bar, at Tommy Max, like we always are. Brought to our good friends at Dasher and Hot Spring Spas of Jacksonville. My guest this time around, this is going to be a good one, Ugochi Nwoga from the Ovico Gallery in St. Augustine is my guest. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Did I get that right?
Yes, you did. Very good.
Welcome
very good.
to the
Thank
show.
You. Thank
we
you
talked
for
before, but tell our audience about the Ovico Gallery and what you're doing. You're the owner.
Yes, yes. I am
Congratulations.
actually co-owner with the artist.
Okay, great.
Ovico Gallery is St. Augustine's premier African contemporary art gallery.
Okay, cool.
And at Ovico, you will experience art in a way that you've never experienced it before.
Okay.
We feature a renowned artist named Chike Onora.
Okay.
He's been a painter for over 30 years in Nigeria. I've been collecting his works for over 20 years. He's based in Nigeria. He does exhibitions there yearly.
Okay.
And this Ovico Gallery is really what I call a movement. And it is a movement to bring and expose and propel African talent in the Western world.
Yeah, cool.
And so we've been able to achieve that. When you come into the gallery, there's definitely a vibe. Every single painting in that gallery has a poem with it. The artist writes poetry as well. So he pairs a poem with a painting. We play Afro beats. We have a bar.
All right.
So it's a place where people can really experience African art, African culture. We also have sculptures as well from local artists in Nigeria.
Yeah, cool.
And then I give a curated private tour. It's by appointment only.
Okay.
We do private events, private groups, private showings, and to really give people a very well-rounded cultural experience.
Okay, that's awesome. So you've had a love for art.
Yes.
You found this artist. How did you make the marriage work?
Yes.
Like, did you have to go see him?
I
go
know.
pitch him?
Yes, I know.
I want to bring this back to the States. How did that go down?
It's amazing how, and I'll say it, how God works, because you could have something in your mind, but you may not know how it's going to materialize in actuality.
Yeah, right.
So I never thought I'd have an art gallery, but I knew that I had a love for this art and the artist's work, and I also had a passion for showcasing talent from the African continent,
really
because
cool.
I feel like there's so much there and people don't know about it.
I don't know. Yeah, absolutely.
And so I am blessed and fortunate to be able to have a platform in order to do that. So when I finished, I graduated from Northwestern University, Kellogg School of Management.
Yeah, I'm from that area.
And when we were graduating, one of our group members, we wanted to give him something special. And so we were trying to figure it out, and I said, let's give him some art from Nigeria. And so I contacted the artist. I've known the artist for some years now, although I didn't know him when I started collecting, and then I got to know him. And I said, hey, we want to bring this art here. So then he used the opportunity to bring more art. And I started selling on a small scale, and then we saw that there was something there. And then decided to bring more paintings. So the space where we're in is actually owned by my family. The front of it is a home healthcare company.
Oh, nice.
Chile Healthcare Services, which is my family business. And I'm the chief finance officer and strategy officer of that.
All the numbers, do you?
So the space in the back was available. We had tenants in it. They moved out. It was open for a while. I had all these paintings. I vacillated on whether I should do this. It seemed too grand. I parked it. Then it came up again. I said, I'm going to do it. So I talked with the artist, and then we decided to come together and co-own the gallery.
All right, so the gallery's on State Road 16 in St. Augustine, close to US 1, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely, yes. And right across from a neighborhood called, a golf neighborhood called Royal St. Augustine.
Okay.
Yes.
And you said off air that you go and get the art, right?
Yes.
So you fly to Nigeria every so often to pick up new pieces and whatnot and bring them back.
So the beautiful thing about Ovico, in as much as it's one artist, there's a lot of versatility within that. You can walk in there and think it's 4 or 5 different artists if you didn't know. And so we're always changing things. We either sell pieces or we exhibit pieces elsewhere. So it's always moving. So we need to definitely keep it up, and the back and forth helps to do that.
And has it brought in more artists from Nigeria, or will there be more coming?
So
is that the goal?
Very good question, right? So
I'm on a roll today, baby.
you're really good. Yes, right
This
on.
is awesome,
So, the genesis of the gallery was the relationship with the artist, the love for his works, and then just having the opportunity and having the paintings.
Yep.
So now we are in that and we are working it, and I think that once we kind of get it going, right, almost like a proof of concept, because again,
a model.
The genesis of it is propelling African talent. So once we have proven that and we get the momentum, definitely there's an opportunity to diversify a little bit.
That's great. That's great. Thanks for being here and sharing your story. I really appreciate that.
I appreciate it
best of
too.
luck. What a great way to take the risk. I love entrepreneurs, right? You took the risk and you did it.
Exactly. So if you're in Jacksonville, if you're in Daytona, St. Augustine, come to Ovico Gallery. There's something for everyone. We have original pieces and we also have limited edition prints.
All right. Fantastic.
Yes.
Really appreciate that. All right. Make sure you check out Ugochi's profile at dailynewsnetwork.com. You'll see all about the Ovico Gallery and how to contact her and check it all out. I love meeting new people and entrepreneurs. And that's because I'm one, so I get it.
Yes.
And when it hits, it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Until next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool. And we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Thanks.
The coach should be going to bed at night thinking about the athlete and how they're going to help that athlete improve. They shouldn't be worrying about how am I going to quantify their improvement, or am I going to have to keep up with all this information? Those things that are kind of background to the coach focusing there on the athlete. And so what Dasher does is it takes all those side things away, allowing the coach to focus then on the athlete.